Hey Garth Gang, and welcome back to what will be the last video for this character and this build. I have got into tier 14 maps just about. I can run them white with no rolls, but Alcan Go red maps are just no go. You can't run any map with hexproof or LE reflect. That's just not going to happen. Anything with cannot regen life or leech is also a problem. So the 4 map mods that you can't run. Also, the defenses on the characters are pretty lackluster. We're not running any defensive auras at all. Wrath, Herald of Thunder, Precision and Vitality. That's it, but we have got quite a lot of mana left, so what you could do is take out the life taps and replace that with proper damage links of some description. Maybe change these around a bit. You can't really change the helm. You could get an enchant from mana reservation and possibly slide out vitality and put in determination or defiance banner. There's lots of things you could do with this build. Maybe change the ascendancy. The original inspiration for this character was a Deadeye. I've done it on a Raider. So yeah, that's the end of this build really. I've tried to do some changes on the tree, but being a ranger we are pretty stuck for life nodes. I mean, we've got this entire cluster up here, plus this cluster down here, and this cluster down here, and the next one would have been plus 50 to life, or maybe plus 50 life would probably be better, but I think doing it as a life tap build started off absolutely fine, but then once we got the Ashes of the Stars on with the decent res roll, maybe we should have come out of the life tap and replaced that with some proper gems. I'm not spending any more currency on this character, and I'm pretty much out of well, I've got a few regrets, so I could play with it around, but I'm just not that interested. We are about mid-league on Arch Nemesis League, and honestly, I'm done with it. You've seen my previous videos. I am pretty much done with this league. It doesn't interest me anymore. I'm pretty much on Path of Exile, Burnout. My currency has gone up and down like a yo-yo. I think I've had... If I hadn't spent as much money I did messing around with dodgy builds, I would probably have 20x by now quite easily and could have built a proper character to do endgame with. Lesson learned for next league. I still haven't been able to sell any of my heist stuff. There's about an X worth of stuff sat there, but no one wants to buy it. I've been buying stuff for my Fizz Trapper in standard as a boss killer. So we got 3, 4, 4.5, 5, 6, 6.5, and with that nearly 7x of gear sat there, going over to standard for my Fizz Trapper, so I can actually try out and get some bosses killed. So there's a lot of money sat there, but you know, I'm kind of past it. Nobody wants to buy my essence tab either. I mean, I know a lot of these are junk, but I always upgrade them, so I'll do now. There we go. The highlighted ones and these ones and these ones, nobody wants to buy them. I don't know whether I don't have enough, or I don't have the right ones, or I'm not hitting TFT at the right stage. But again, there's nearly 2x of essences sat there. Nobody wants to buy them this late in the league, so I'll take them to standard, probably, because I just can't be bothered anymore. Sat here for most of the weekend, hours and hours, trying to sell both the essences and the heist stuff, and yeah, it's just not selling. So there we go. I mean, this was a great, absolutely fantastic fun build. Don't get me wrong, it's brilliant to have just a nice relaxing time with. You can do all the maps. I've done white tier 16 maps, wasn't a problem. Takes a bit of time on the single target isn't quite there yet, but again, if you take out the life tab and put in a decent damage node, or even level the gems and flip them, yeah, I spent some alt quality. I got the alt quality Ballista totem and lightning arrow, so yeah, that didn't help. But again, if you had flipped gems, maybe that would have helped as well. I don't know. I might play the build some more, but I won't be doing any videos. If you're looking to copy this character, leveling wise, I took all the defensive stuff first. So I came down here, finesse, primal spirit. No, I didn't. I came down here to finesse. I went through quick step, intuition, straight into herbalism and its entire life cluster, and then took reduced cost of life skills to get into life tap as soon as possible. We then took primal spirit, mainly for the strength and intelligence. From there, we went up here, and we took this life cluster and the leech nodes and the res nodes. Then we came down and took reflexes and sentinel. After that, we then was able to take Revenge of the Hunted as well. We took that. I think at that stage, I came down for Graceful Assault and then the Int node, and then took Int and Strength node originally, and then I went into the cluster setup. I got the large cluster here, and then I took got the crit cluster. Then suppression, and then after that I started taking damage nodes. So we took primal force, forces of nature. We filled out our masteries, all the res nodes and the damage while leeching. We finished off the cluster setup, excluding we didn't do the proj damage medium cluster. That's a very recent addition. We did get that one. I rolled. I had that in my stash. That didn't cost us anything, so I put that in. We then took King of the Hill and Master Fletcher as well, and then we were able to buy some gear from trading, so we managed to get rid of these two and this node and put those into here, I think. And then within the last, I don't know, maybe 5 levels, we picked up the proj damage cluster and took those nodes. So what I am missing is I'm missing the which one is it? Increases reduction to proj speed, also applied to damage. That node is missing. And 1, 2, 3, 4 with 1% increased projectile damage per 16 dexterity. Now my idea was to go 88, 89, 90, and then possibly respec out of a couple of life nodes to pick up lethality and the proj mastery, or drop the small cluster node to get the points temporarily to finish off that cluster, and then find something from somewhere to put in that. So I had all the damage nodes, and then maybe go up to 92ish to get the life nodes, but I'm not going to do that. If I gain any levels from doing the white red maps, then I might do that, but honestly I am pretty burnt out from PoE, so all of this slot will be dumpster fired, sold. The prices will be slashed, and I'll clear them out, ready to go to standard, and sort my stashes out, and basically clear down, ready for the end of league. I'll still try and sell this slot. I don't really want to take this to standard. Hopefully it'll go at some point, but yeah, that's it really. Sad to say, this league has been a bit trash, but I admit it was my own fault. So now I am going to chillax. I may do some more videos this league. I might find some inspiration and do a zero budget build where I just level to maps, see how it goes, and go from there. I've got some leveling gear. I might even just say to hell with it and do my heist character again. Sorry, brain stuck for words there. I might do my heist character again and run the heist stuff myself. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Honestly, don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah. Hopefully this video has helped you somewhat. Don't do this build unless you've got, I'd say, at least 5x and the ability to manipulate the build to do better. It is an absolutely awesome build. I've loved playing it. It's been absolutely fun. It's been one of the funnest builds I've played in a long time. Just the pure ability to go through. My leveling process was wrong. I should have put some damage nodes in there. I should have taken this right after I've got this life node. What I should have done was come through here, got the life node like I did, not go life tap. Life tap was a mistake, I think. But that meant I would have had to use a mana flask, and I hate using mana flasks. I absolutely hate it. So that's why I went life tap. And once you got the Ashes of Stars on, you could probably come out of life tap and respec. But I think for leveling purposes, the best bet is to come around here, take all of this section, the life nodes, head for the life node first, then come back, grab one with nature and primal spirit, and then come down and take this cluster here for the damage. After that, I would then suggest coming up here and grabbing Revenge of the Hunted, these life nodes. If you do life tap, you're going to need the leech nodes. If you're not doing life tap, you can drop these 3 nodes. After you've got your life and Revenge of the Hunted, I would suggest coming in, getting this wheel. If you want an easy time with Chaos Res and Resistances, again, this is the only reason I've took this was because of budget and Corrupted Blood immunity, which again is due to budget. So if you had a higher budget, you could save 3, 4, 5, 6 points and put them somewhere. Possibly look at coming down to Iron Reflexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I'll come down to get Golem's Blood and this knife node cluster, and then into Iron Reflexes. And again, depending on budget, you could also hit up Cloth and Chain to get that armor and the resistances, and then you're right next to another jewel. And then if you wanted to, Frenzy Charges, and you could stack Frenzy Charges. There's so many options with this build, it can be taken so many ones. It ultimately depends on your budget. The bigger the budget you've got, the more freedom you have on the passive tree. So yeah, I hope that helps you out. Don't play this budget, don't play this build unless either you're willing to have a bit of a hard time in tier 14 red maps, or you've got the budget to overcome that. That's my suggestion. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope to put another video out soon. I'm not sure what it'll be about. Might not even be Path of Exile. Have fun. See you in the next one.